Alright, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. The Hurricane Watch Team is here with your latest update on Hurricane Felicia. The latest update, this is what the, National Hurricane Center hasn't come out with it yet, but Hurricane Felicia now 85 knots. I did put that into a converter, and that is at around, correct me if I'm wrong, about 100, it said 97.8 miles an hour. I think they were going to round that up to about 100 miles per hour. So I am hoping that it isn't too delayed or too slowed. Because again, I did accidentally set this to 60 frames a second and I never set it back. So hopefully this isn't too terribly lagged. So we are going to see how this goes. So it's at 60 frames a second. I wish I had fast internet. I get 2 megabits a second, or about 2,000 bytes per second. So not incredibly fast, but we'll see how this goes. Anyway, here's Hurricane Felicia at 1800 UTC. Sorry, my shirt's light. 15.2 degrees north, 119 degrees west. 85 knots. So I made this prediction last night, not on air, but I was talking to my parents about it. I do think this certainly could become a Category 3. The National Hurricane Center is predicting a peak of 110 miles an hour. There's not a low possibility. There's actually, I think, a relatively moderate to maybe even a high possibility of this reaching 111 miles an hour or stronger, which it would be rounded up to 115 miles per hour. So I do want to show the storm. Yeah, I do also want to point out the convection. Yeah, there's quite a bit of convection. It is insane. Look at the convection, the consistent convection. Look at this burst of convection on the right, or shall I say to the east of the storm. Lots of convection to the east of the storm. An eye is right there. There's an eye that has developed right there. I do want to move over to visible high resolution so we have an idea. Now, honestly, the reason I knew this was going to become a Category 2, sea surface temperatures are incredibly warm. Alright, incredibly warm. I was saying a moderate to a high Category 2 was really likely. Now, as of last night and earlier in the day, I was saying, a Category 3 with how this is intensifying really isn't out of the realm of it really is in the realm of possibility given on what we're seeing here. So there's the eye right there. Lots of convection in this system. So we have a lot of convection. We have a really well system. It's stacked nicely, how most storms should be stacked, very nicely. And I'm just sort of like, really a Category 2, again, or a Category 3, I should say, a major hurricane isn't out of the realm of possibility. And we have this other storm right behind it. Also, what do you think about the West Pacific storms and the other invest in the East Pacific and Atlantic? This one in the Atlantic, you don't need to worry about it. I actually need to pull out my Epic pen so I can actually draw on the, stream. This one right here, I really don't think anything is going to come out of it. It's got a 10% chance of development. I don't really see anything. Alright, honestly, I don't see anything coming out of this one. Now, the West Pacific, I haven't even looked at the West Pacific in a while. But nevertheless, this system, I don't think anything is really going to come out of it at all. But really, this system over here, this one right here, I think this could be relatively strong as it moves in generally this direction towards Felicia. Felicia is going to move up a little bit and then move down and then, well, no, she's going to be more like, she's going to go up and then she's going to come down and, I don't know, I'm just saying. Something along the lines of that. She's going to go up a little bit and then it's going to come down. Now, the West Pacific, let's take a look at the West Pacific. If I go over here, the Joint Typhoon Warning Center. Here we go. We got Invest 98W right here. Here's the Philippines right here. Here is China, basically right here. Here's Korea, North Korea. This is totally the best outline of the countries, alright? Then we got like Thailand down here, and Vietnam, and India, and Bangladesh, and Sri Lanka, and Pakistan, and Iran, and Yemen, and Saudi Arabia, and Somalia down here, and Mozambique, and South Africa, and anyway. So, I do think this storm could indeed become a threat. Now, before I say anything else, a lot of the models, if I go here, looking at Invest 98W, oh wow, I'm concerned of the West Pacific storm. It might hit Japan as a major. UAE, do I just see you? Yeah, of course you do. The United Arab Emirates, I forget about those. Oh yeah, and Qatar also, and in that area too. Anyway, so here it is right now. There is quite a bit of convection, it looks like. Down here in this area. Trying to develop, so I do want to stop this on the last frame. And so I just sort of talk about these blobs of convection here, okay? So, we see some of these yellow and reds is what we see. Some oranges, too. Yeah, there's a storm in my area. Just those afternoon thunderstorms, Atmosphere starts heating up. Those thunderstorms start going a little bit crazy. It got up to like 93.4. It's gotten up to about 93.4 degrees today. Anyway, that's beyond the point. I do want to, sort of, given the fact that, so what is wind? I need to see surface temperatures. Hold up. I can't actually see what this says. Anyway, that's beyond the point. So I do want to give that. I do want to look at the models. Sorry, I'm like kind of off track here. I do want to look at the models because the models are, some of them are, see, this is seeming to be sort of a trend towards, really, I don't see, according to these models, Japan is out of the question. South Korea could be in it. China, I don't know, I'm outlining the countries. China could be in it. Definitely East China. Taiwan down here could definitely be in it. So really, some of them are saying a pretty strong 950 to a 940 millibar typhoon could definitely be impacting eastern China. But shows that that Japan is completely out of the question. Now, they could get some heavy rain from this for sure. 98W might be a Gonzalo of the West Pacific. Oh, so GFS was wrong. I just, it's kind of like, I remember Gonzalo, to be honest. Because all was pretty interesting. Like, oh, it's becoming a hurricane, coming a hurricane. If y'all remember my videos, I said it was gonna peak at about 70 miles an hour, 65 to 70 miles an hour. I did not think it was gonna become a hurricane, and well, it didn't become a hurricane. So let's take a look at the West Pacific. Because I do want to talk about what that storm could do in terms of peak and how strong that system actually could be there in the West Pacific. So again, 990, 980, 960, 950, 940, 928 millibars right here. That is an incredibly powerful typhoon. That might actually be a Category 5. Okay, now, I'm not 100% sure because I want to see how strong Hurricane Michael was. Because I think Hurricane Michael didn't have a super low air pressure. Like it was like 935, I think, or something. I don't remember. No, it was 919. Never mind. I'm so stupid. It was 919 millibars. So this is probably a Category 4. Let me see. Hurricane Matthew 2016. Why did I say this could be a Category 5? So Hurricane Michael peaked, had a minimum air pressure of 934 millibars. This has an air pressure of 927 millibars. So again, Hurricane Matthew did peak at 934 millibars as a Category 5 with winds of about 160 miles per hour. This right here could definitely have 160 mile an hour winds. Alright. I wish I could zoom in closer to this area, but truthfully looking at this, if we look at the northeastern quadrant, 120. This could have winds of 140 knots. 140 knots, 2 miles per hour.
161.11 miles per hour.
So, I'm not saying this is going to happen. But if this were to happen, this would bring lots of swells to parts of, Taiwan, China, probably Korea, Japan, and the Philippines area also could see swells from this. China is definitely going to see storm surge. There's no doubt about it. China is definitely going to see some storm surge from from this typhoon. And if it does indeed intensify to 160 miles an hour, that could definitely be a problem. I saw the West Pacific models, and at the end of July, there were 3 convection centers. Also, there was another thing that split off of it, and that, oh, Lord. Why am I getting these random maps? So that's something I'm watching, up to a potential of 160 mile an hour winds, which would be very bad. And then you have this. Now, notice how this one is much broader. Notice how broad, this is very broad. The isotopes, the isobars, jeez. I cannot speak today. So again, 927. Looks like it makes landfall as 959 millibar typhoon. Then we get this low level pressure making landfall there. And the storms just never end. We got one there. So that's one that could definitely become something that we really need to watch, and could certainly become something very, very dangerous. Again, we're talking as low as 927 millibars here. I do want to see right here in the very center of the storm. See what the air pressure, not the air pressure. So this would be like, let's see. It's hard to actually find the exact center of these systems. Let's go to HWARF and see what they're saying for Invest 98W. I'm so concerned of 98W, of course. I mean, for good reason. Oh, my Lord. That's totally not terrifying, right? So, again, pretty broad, 955 millibars. I do want to take a look at the wind. Now, this is a wind 10 meters off the ground. Now we're peaking 94 knots. This doesn't go very far, but this could become a tropical storm. You know, 44 knots. There's 36 knots. There's 34 knots right here. So it could become a tropical storm within the next 12, several days at least. There, 41 knots. And then it just sort of blows up 60 knots, 70 knots, 80 knots, 90. There's 102 knots. Excuse me, I have no idea what islands those are, however. Only in America do we accept weather predictions from a rodent. Wait, what? From a rodent, but deny climate change evidence from scientists. That's very true. I had to think about what you were putting into words there, but absolutely, I totally agree with that. Climate change is very real. Again, they're now saying up to 35 to 40 billion tons of carbon dioxide is released every single year. 1.2 trillion tons of ice is melting every year. That equates to just over 30,000 tons of ice melting every single second. Yeah, the groundhog. Oh, those are Japanese islands. Oh, crap. That's actually getting a lot closer to Japan than I thought. So I'll also be uploading these YouTube streams on my Instagram page, hurricane_watch_team. You can go there and watch all my videos. I'll be posting them on my Instagram also. I might not be doing Twitch. I don't know. I like the way YouTube works a little bit better than Twitch. I don't get any viewers on Twitch, but these will also be going on my Instagram if you feel free to do so also. So yeah, I do lots of posts. I have over 6,500 posts on Instagram, so feel free to go and look at that also. Anyway, here is the storm right now. Here is Hurricane Felicia. I do want to talk about this a little bit. Very good to see you, Hurricane Washington. Thank you. Good to talk to everyone else once again. I know it's been quite a while since I've actually, done any streams. But I'm, I want to make money. Like, again, I've been doing this since, well, I haven't been doing it on YouTube, but I've been studying and predicting and trying to understand, hurricanes and everything, since 2015. I've been trying to do this, and I haven't gotten paid a penny in the last 6 years. So I actually want to get paid. It gets a little bit frustrating, but yeah. Yeah. I'm glad to be back, to be honest. But again, here's a storm. Kind of want to, point out all the convection on the eastern part of the system. He's texting me. What's going on? What the hell does that mean? What does it mean to digitize someone? So, honestly, I'm very, very interested about this. Hurricane Felicia. That was at 1600. No, well, that was at 1600 Z. So I'm wondering what they're saying. It's saying 80 now. So, tropical cyclone formation alert. Let me guess, it's for. Oh wow, this is a tropical cyclone formation alert for that system in the East Pacific. YouTube is not receiving enough video contains smooth streaming. As such, YouTube will experience buffering. Wow, that might indeed be a problem. What does open widget mean? I don't know. Alright, we do have poor status at the moment. So I do apologize. It says we do have serious issues that need attention. Well, I can't help with that. At the moment, there may be some serious issues, but nevertheless, here's Mexico, Belize, Guatemala, Honduras, El Salvador down here, Nicaragua, Honduras, Nicaragua, and then we have Costa Rica and Panama down there also. So again, here's that system. Lots of convection. I do want to point out a very, very broad right here. I do want to point that out. There's a lot of broad rotation here. Again, moving in a direction like this. I'm assuming the center circulation is roughly right here. Again, going to be moving in a direction like this. Producing lots of heavy rain along the western coast of Mexico. Actually, I'm going to make the this be a little bit bigger. There's been quite a bit of heavy rain along the western coast of Mexico and this part of Central and North of America. Lots of heavy rain in this area, but again, that's very, very common to see with these systems. Oh my gosh. Extreme area. So that is something I do want to point out. And then the cyclone formation alert. What are they saying? Formation of a significant tropical cyclone is possible within 120 nautical miles. Let me zoom this in. Either side of a line from 9.9 degrees north, 98.6 degrees west to 13.9 degrees north, 105.6 degrees west within the next 12 to 24 hours. Available data does not justify issuance of numbered tropical cyclone warnings at this time. Winds in the area are estimated to be 15 to 20 knots. Met satellite imagery at the 15th at 1200 UTC indicates that a circulation center is located near 10 degrees north, 99 degrees west. System is moving westward at 10 knots. And then 97E is also an area we're gonna watch. So low level circulation. So certainly I'm going to be keeping an eye on this. So I've been streaming for almost half an hour now. So does anyone have any comments, questions, or concerns? Again, this stream will be also posted to my Instagram. I don't think I'm going to do a lot with Twitch. But I am going to, I couldn't figure out my old Twitter password and everything. So I just created a Twitter account. So I'm going to be doing Twitter. Also. Up here in New York, we see lots of powerful remnants such as... Wait. Oh, wow. Very interesting. Very interesting. Man, I can't believe Hurricane... Sandy happened... It's okay. I was like, okay. Hurricane Sandy almost happened 10 years ago. I'm just not realizing. It's 2021 and it happened in 2012. I don't know what I'm trying to say. So that is certainly something that's kind of scary. So, again, here is tropical storm. Or not tropical storm, but hurricane. Felicia. There you go. I do want to go over and take a look at Invest 97W. It's 3 o'clock. Hope this can get posted because I'm going to have to also do another stream later on. I think it's like right here. So again, here it is. Here's that system. Lots of convection. This area, lots of convection right here. But yeah, does anyone else have any comments, questions, or concerns? I'm going to... Oh Lord, you are slow as hell. Also, I think you should check the intensity model for Felicia and 98S. Or 98W, you should email it. Oh wait, you said... Intensity models for 90 for Felicia. Intensity models. So here are the intensity guidance models. I think you meant like regular models, I think. But here are the intensity guidance. Again, none of them are showing a major hurricane, but I would not be surprised to see a major hurricane come out of this. Really isn't out of the realm of possibility. Now, what they're saying in terms of the intensity of how strong are they saying Felicia's going to get? Let's take a look. 980. I don't say any more strengthening is possible, even though it's down to 970. Oops. Even though it is down to 979 millibars. Oh, I did want to also talk about possible La Nina. Be coming back here. I want to bring that up. As you can kind of see, this kind of went up, and now it's sort of going down. So, I mean, there's a possibility that we could see La Nina coming back again. Anyway. They were dropping... They are dropping 1 to 2 days. It's like this bit of... Oh, okay. Cool beans. Felicia, alright. Well, let's see what HWF has to say about this system. 980. 970. So again, here it is. Lots of heavy rain. Yeah, La Nina, that could also be a problem also. There's so many things that I have to remember that I need to talk about that. I know it's not an excuse. I should not be forgetting what to talk about in my streams, but also I have to cram this all in an hour or less. And I don't even know if I'll be able to upload this to Instagram because it's 60 frames a second. So this may not even be something I'm actually able to physically upload. So again, they are predicting there's 80. There's 70 knots. It has winds of 85 knots, so they're showing a peak of only about 89 knots or so. So I'm pretty to see what they're showing. Hello, how are you doing today? Here is 92 knots. So again, some of these are really not showing a much stronger system than it is now. But we'll have to see what they're showing. 93.3 knots, so that's certainly something like, ugh. The National Hurricane Center is predicting over 105 knots. Right now, winds again about 90 miles per hour. Going to intensify further, and the next update we have 3 o'clock, so. Next you know, El Nino will be at the end. Jeez. So again, certainly this is definitely going to be a problem. And then, you know. But again, I am definitely worried about 98W because it is headed towards a very populated area. One of the most populated, or the most, it's headed towards the most populous country in the world, which is China, with a population of, I believe, like 1.45 billion people or something. I think he means at the end of the year, but I might be wrong. Anyway, so again, this sort of shows, you go in here, shows the storm definitely intensify. And he did say these are Japanese islands. GFS saying this for 98W. Why am I so... okay. Okay, that is a really weak storm. 90 knots. Oh, wait. So this shows it peaking at about 102.7 knots. 930 millibars, 102.7 knots. It might actually be stronger than that. I don't know. Yeah, I'm saying 100 and... Wait, is this at yeah, if we go like right here. Here's 120. Here's 140. It's a category 5. Alright, see you later. Take care. And again, I'll be doing more posts for sure. Gee, that is insane. Take care. Yep, take care, everyone. And then there it is approaching It looks like a mixed landfall with winds of 950, an air pressure of 958 millibars. Winds just, it's a strong tropical storm making its way inland and then almost dying immediately. Going from 63 knots to 45 knots to 41 knots. So, certainly a storm. Okay, you just came for water. Oh. So, certainly this is definitely going to be a storm that I'm definitely going to be watching. I do need to post more on my Instagram about other systems, not just the East Pacific and the North Atlantic. So, I'm certainly going to be watching this storm here. And going to see where that storm goes. So, I'm probably going to end this off here. I don't have a lot more else to say. Does anyone have any more comments, questions, or concerns about Tropical Storm Hurricane Felicia or any other systems today? If you do, feel free to go in the chat below and comment them down below. And that's going to be it, y'all. Feel free to ask your question. What questions do you have? He's questioning. Uh-huh. Why did they mark it? I think they usually mark systems like that. Here, let me go to satellite imagery. So it kind of makes more sense when I'm talking about a system. I don't know 100%. I'm just going to assume I know. So there is a lot of convection in this area. Now because there's a lot of wind mood going this direction, there's a very low chance. But there is a rotation right here, moving counterclockwise. Now it's going to be moving, I think, in this direction as it kind of hits this boundary. And it's going to be swoop that direction. And so they think by the time, there's a 10% chance by the time it gets ripped apart by this jet stream that it has a possibility, because there is some rotation in it. If I go back, I do want to point that out. There is, in fact, rotation right here as this moves this direction. And then you have this jet stream moving in this direction. And then it will be ripped apart and very stretched out. And so they think that there is a 10% chance between where it is here and by the time it gets ripped apart here, there's a 10% chance of it actually developing into something. And so that's why they marked this, because there's some rotation. There is a decent amount of convection. With the system. Boom, there's that convection I was talking about. Okay. So as you can kind of see, these low-level winds here, they're kind of doing zigzag, and so there's this jet stream here that's going to move across. So I do think it has a reasonable amount of possibility that it could possibly develop into something, but there isn't a huge chance. Because there is some convection, there is some rotation, but again, there is that convection there, lots of very explosive convection there. So that is why. So that is indeed why they marked this as a system. But honestly, I don't think it's going to develop into anything. But if it does. Okay, I did want to talk a little bit about Invest 97E. Wow, it is super broad. It is so incredibly broad. No tight center of circulation right here. Oh, is that the rotation down here? Oh, see what I'm seeing? Looks like some rotation happening right here. Maybe that's just my eyesight. It looks like that's rotating. It could just be me. It looks like that's rotating. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that honestly looks like that's rotating. Maybe it's just this whole broad area is rotating. Oh, we do have an excellent internet. We're back to excellent. Oh, it's looking glitchy on here, though. That is incredibly glitchy. Wow. in all honesty, I wish I could get a faster internet because I only get like 2,000 bytes a second through here, while other people may get up to. I think there's one that is 200 megabytes a second, which is equivalent to 200 million bytes per second. That's way freaking faster. No, I have 2 megabytes. It's 2 million bytes? I don't even know what I'm talking about. Anyway, I get only 2,000 bytes because I get 2,000 kilobytes per second. I think kilo is 1,000. I don't know. Megabytes. Okay, so I think I get like 2 million bytes a second. Well, other people get like 200 million bytes. Anyway, it doesn't matter how many bytes I get. No one cares. Anyway, that's, I think, kilobytes. So, we'll see how this works, and hopefully everything goes well. Just gonna do a little thing here. Hey, it disappeared on me. Son of a gun. Give me 1 second. I gotta do something here. Okay. Okay. Does anyone have any comments, questions, or concerns? I do want to go back here and just sort of look at Felicia again before I begin to wrap up this video. This stream, I should say, rather. And I honestly don't know why Hurricane Washington is all crammed in as one name. If I'm being honest, I don't like that. And I already have 2 views on my other thing, so that's... I have 111 views on my stream from earlier. Alright guys, that's it for today guys. Have a wonderful rest of your afternoon. I'll talk to you guys later today. I might do a stream in the next 45 minutes. With all that being said, have a wonderful rest of your day. And peace out. Just going to give everyone a few minutes. And if you have any comments, questions, or concerns. And I am going to end off the video there. This is a 43-minute video, so I gotta hope that this actually uploads to my Instagram, because it has to be 60 minutes or less, so I have to make sure that this does not exceed 60 minutes, and I only have 17 minutes until that we hit that mark, so, looks like no one else has any comments, questions, or concerns, so with all that being said, peace out.